Good morning, everyone. Last time we had done the explanation of our lesson 2, Long Walk to Freedom, up to page number 20. Today I will give you the explanation of page number 21 and 22, but I will not complete page number 22. One paragraph I'll leave for the next time. So, next time this chapter will be completely done. I mean to say the explanation, and then we will do the extracts question answers after that, after finishing the lesson, I mean to say. So let us start the lesson. Last time I had given you the names while reading the lesson. In the lesson I had mentioned, I had read few names which were the names of South African heroes who devoted their life for this a single idea, apartheid. They want to have freedom from this system of inequality. So, let us start. Men of such extraordinary courage, wisdom, and generosity that their may never be known again. Nelson Mandela said that the heroes who contributed for this freedom, they were the men of extraordinary courage. They had intense strength, wisdom, they were wise enough, and generosity that their like may never be known again. And generosity, kindness in their they were having in their hearts. No one can have such type of abilities what they had. Perhaps it requires such a depth of oppression to create such heights of character. Nelson Mandela said that perhaps for being such a great hero, what required was a depth of oppression. Depth of oppression here means ill treatment, or you can say the bad treatment done to these people up to a great limit that contributed, the ill treatment done to these people contributed to build such a strong character. My country is rich in minerals and gems that lie beneath its soil. The country or the soil of South Africa is rich in minerals and the gems. But I have always known its greatest wealth is its people, finer and truer than the purest diamonds. According to him, the people of South Africa is the real wealth or the greatest wealth of South Africa because they are true and they are rare. Only they can do what they had done for their they could only do what they had done for their country. So he compares, or he gives sorry, I mean to say Nelson Mandela gave a superior rank to the people than that of the materialistic wealth which is found in South Africa. He said that the soil of South Africa is rich in minerals and gemstones, but its people, the people of South Africa, are much more truer than that of the gemstones. It is from these comrades, here the word comrades means friends in the struggle, that I had learned the meaning of courage. He said that earlier he was not possessing that courage, but by seeing these people, their devotion, their dedication towards their country, he learned the meaning of courage. Time and again, I have seen men and women risk and give their lives for an idea. From the time being, he had seen men and women uh, risk or gave their life to the single idea. What was the idea behind for sacrificing the life of the people? The idea was of to remove the apartheid system. He said that he saw people just sacrificing their life behind for just not behind actually for one idea. I have seen men stand up to attacks and torture without breaking, showing a strength and resilience that defies the imagination. He said that he had seen men stand up to attacks, stand up matlab bear the attacks and torture without breaking, without giving up. Here breaking means without giving up. They had not accept their defeat. They were very much sure that they will face all type of tortures, but they will not leave the idea. They will not leave the idea. They showed a strength and resilience. Here the word resilience means the ability to deal with any kind of hardship and recover from its ill effects, that defies the imagination, that one cannot even imagine what these people had done for their country. They, without breaking up, without giving up that idea, they stood for it and they sacrificed their life for it. I learned that courage was not the absence of fear, but the triumph over it. He said that he learned that to overcome, not to have the fear does not mean to be a courageous person. It means to have triumph over it, to defeat it actually. The brave man is not he who does not feel afraid. The one who does not feel afraid is not actually a brave man, but he who conquers that fear. But according to him, a brave man is a person who gets victory over his fear. No one is born hating another person because of the color of his skin or his background or his religion. On this earth, no man has come with having a hatred feeling with another for another person because of the color of his skin, because of his background, or because of his religion. All people have come to the earth with a, you can say, innocent heart and mind. People must learn to hate, and if they can learn to hate, they can be taught to love. For love comes more naturally to human heart than its opposite. According to him, people must learn to hate. If they have learned to hate one another, they will learn, definitely they will learn to love each other also. If they have a feeling of hatred, definitely they will have a feeling of love also, because love comes automatically to our hearts before hatred. Even in the grimmest times in prison, here the grimmest time means the darkest hour or the difficult or the tough time or the time of hardship. Even in the grimmest times in prison, when my comrades and I were pushed to our limits, I would see a glimmer of humanity in one of the guards. Perhaps just for a second, he said that when they were tortured, here they means Nelson Mandela and the other heroes of South Africa, when in the darkest hour or at the time of hardship, when they were tortured and pushed to their limits, they saw a glimmer. Here means a fainter light. They saw a fainter light of humanity in the eyes of a guard, and that hope in the eyes of a guard was enough to keep them going. That helped to see that fainter light of humanity, to see a light of hopefulness, gave them strength to overcome or to bear such tortures. Man's goodness is a flame that can be hidden but never extinguished. One can stop a man from doing goodness, but it's a man's basic. If a man has a basic character of doing goodness, that character cannot be removed from him, from him, sorry. So it means man's goodness is just like a flame. That flame can be hidden for some time, but it cannot be extinguished. Here, extinguished means blown off. If a person is basically or instinctively good, that one cannot stop that person from doing good. For some time, you can stop that person, but that goodness cannot be removed from that person, from the heart of that person. Now, children, these oral comprehension questions, question answers, all we will discuss after finishing of the lesson. So, let's start the next. In life, every man has twin obligations. Here, the word obligation means duty. In a life, every man has to perform two duties: obligations to his family, to his parents, to his wife, and his children, and he has an obligation to his people, his community, his country. He said that in life, every person had to perform two duties. One duty was towards his family, his children, his parents, and the second duty was his duty towards his country, his community, and his people. In a civil and humane society, in a civilized society, each man is able to fulfill those obligations according to his own inclinations and abilities. In this society of human beings, each man is able to fulfill those two duties according to his own inclination. Here, the word inclination means his own interest, his own personal likings and dislikings, and his abilities. But in a country like South Africa, it was almost impossible for a man of my birth and color to fulfill both of those obligations. Nelson Mandela said that for a person like him, the person who was born in South Africa at that time, it was very difficult for that person to fulfill those twin obligations or to fulfill those two duties. In South Africa, a man of color who attempted to live as a human being was punished and isolated. A man in South Africa, a man of color, color means the dark skinned people. Here it is like said that a person with dark skin who attempted to live like a human being was punished and isolated or kept separately. In South Africa, a man who tried to fulfill his duty to his people was inevitably ripped from his family and his home and was forced to live a life apart, a twilight existence of secrecy and rebellion. It means if a person in South Africa tried to fulfill his duty for his community, for his people, was unavoidably was separated. Here ripped means moved away or taken away, or you can say lived separately from his family, his home, and he was forced to live a life apart, to live a life separately, a twilight existence of secrecy and rebellion, a life of secrecy. That person have to live in secret, and a life of rebellion. Rebellion means the one who revolt. I did I did not in the beginning choose to place my people above my family, but in attempting to serve my people, I found that I was prevented from fulfilling my obligations as a son, a brother, a father, and husband. He said that in the beginning he did not choose to place his community or his people above his family. For him, in the beginning, his family was more important than the community. But in attempting to serve my people, but when he started to serve the people of South Africa, or you can say when he started to think about his community, he found that he was prevented, he was stopped from fulfilling his duty as a son, a brother, and father, and a husband. Children, that's it for today. Next time, I'll finish off this lesson. And please do the find out the meaning, I mean English to English, from your dictionaries.